The Boy Who Borrowed Shadows. English Story Level 4. In the small village of Meadowdeep, shadows behaved oddly. They flickered when people lied, stretched long when someone worried, and vanished altogether when a person felt truly at peace. 10-year-old Rowan thought this was normal until a traveling scholar visited the village and nearly fainted at the sight of the shifting shadows. One evening, Rowan noticed his own shadow acting strangely. It trembled like a frightened animal, clinging close to his feet. When he whispered, "What's wrong?" the shadow shivered in response. Rowan followed it as it stretched toward the forest, guiding him to an ancient stone arch hidden beneath twisted roots. The arch pulsed with faint darkness. When Rowan stepped through it, he entered a twilight world where shadows moved freely, whispering in soft, rustling voices. Dozens of shadows gathered around him, begging for help. They explained that a powerful creature called the Umber Keeper had begun stealing shadows from Meadowdeep, weakening the bond between people and their feelings. Without their shadows, the villagers would eventually lose their emotions: joy, fear, anger, hope, until they became hollow and empty. The shadows needed Rowan because he possessed something rare: empathy strong enough to hear them. Rowan felt nervous but agreed to help, determined to save his village. Guided by a brave shadow named Lumen, Rowan crossed the twilight plains to the Keeper's fortress. The walls were made of swirling darkness, shifting with every heartbeat. Inside, Rowan found countless trapped shadows flickering weakly, drained of their light. The Umber Keeper appeared, towering and shapeless, with eyes like empty wells. The Keeper demanded Rowan hand over his own shadow, believing that a child with a pure heart would strengthen him more than the others. Rowan felt fear cold as winter air, but Lumen reminded him that shadows were not meant to be taken, they were meant to be understood. Rowan stepped forward and spoke gently to the Keeper, asking why he stole shadows instead of sharing space with them. The question froze the Keeper in place. It had never been asked before. Slowly the creature admitted that it had once been a single lost shadow, abandoned by its human. It feared fading into nothingness, so it gathered other shadows to feel safe. Rowan's heart ached at the loneliness in the Keeper's voice. Instead of fighting, Rowan reached out his hand. He offered the Keeper a place among Meadowdeep's shadows, where it would never be alone again. The Keeper hesitated, then accepted. With that, the fortress dissolved, releasing all the stolen shadows. Light returned to them, and the twilight world brightened. Back in Meadowdeep, the shadows returned to their rightful owners, flickering with relief. Rowan's shadow hugged his feet warmly before settling back into place. From that day on, the shadows of Meadowdeep behaved more calmly, no longer trembling in fear. The villagers celebrated Rowan's bravery, though they never fully understood what he had done. Rowan didn't mind. He felt proud not because he fought darkness, but because he listened to it.